Anyway, as I was saying. Okay. So, the teaching thing, yeah, I like it. But a lot's changed since I went to school. I'm not really crazy about that. But if you want to hear more about that, just let me know in the comments. I'll post a video about that, I guess. Um, but PCOS. Okay. So, as I said in the last video, my husband is incredible. I can't reiterate that enough. He understands me better than I get me. I just don't know how to put that in words, but he really gets it.
I just want to say, husbands, you do not need a psych degree, a bachelor's, or even a college degree to understand your wife.
Agreed.
You just have to have a heart to serve. You have to have a giving heart. Mm. And I'm not saying all you out there are going to be perfect. Goodness, heck no, I'm not perfect. Mm. But you just have to be willing to deal with your wife's condition. Even if it's just failing miserably, but lending an ear, saying, talk to me.
He's great at that, by the way. He really lends an ear. He doesn't fail miserably, but he lends an ear.
Your wives may not be able to explain to you anything of how they're feeling, what they're thinking.
And I have that sometimes.
But if you just listen, if you just try and listen, try and be an ear. I just gotta talk to the husbands real quick, just husband to husbands. Listen. Husbands to husbands. And wives, if you're hearing this too, just tips for your husband. Just do what you can.
I'll be back.
She'll be back. This is her channel. She'll be back. I'm sorry. She told me if I had anything to intervene,
yep.
Put it in.
Except for about my gut.
Sorry.
Okay.
Is that better?
You're too close now. You're fine. You were fine the way you were. Just don't you miss them.
Oh, sorry. Here's the thing, though. You gotta be patient. Realize that the best thing you can do is to be there. Be someone she can let out on, and not feel guilty about it.
It's normal if you have trouble sleeping with them. Sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna let her have back at it, but
I'm sorry.
Oh no! I feel bad taking.
Oh, don't please enjoy it. Let it out.
Here's the thing. I mean, I don't have all the answers. Just try and listen. Try and understand it. If it helps you visualize roses. Potentially, she may be in constant pain. Her back, her hips, just her pelvis. Even down by the vagina, okay? Constant pain.
That is super rare. The last one you mentioned.
Well, just so maybe people
because I mean, I don't know. People may have that and I'm not aware of it.
Exactly. Just constant pain, constant misery. Now, it may not be. Everyone is different. But because if you don't know, ask.
And you may not know. I don't always tell him when I'm hurting. I mean, I do most of the time as he's aware, but there's those occasional moments where I think, oh, I'm just overthinking it. I'm going to let it go.
Exactly. So you need to ask. You need to just be there. You need to be persistent. And you can't give up. And those of you husbands who are trying out there and just can't get it, don't give up. Hang in there. It took me years to get her to open up like she is. It took me years. Stick with it.
He's great now. Sorry, baby.
No, you're awesome.
Alright, yeah, like he said, he is marvelous. And it does take time. And I acknowledge that myself. I mean, if any of you need somebody to talk to, if husbands, wives, anybody, if you need any extra pointers on this, please don't be afraid to post in the comments. I will keep an eye on that. Remind me.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for that. I'm actually looking into doing a lot of things like that. I'll get more into that when I know more about it myself. But anyway, just don't be afraid to ask. I know a lot of times it can seem like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, or oh my gosh, I don't know what I can do for her. Or wives, you may be like, geez, I don't know what he can do to help. I have no idea. There's nothing that can be done about this annoying, aggravating pain, this annoying acne, this excruciating weight gain, this hideous facial hair. Yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, you may think it's hopeless. You may think, oh, I've got to look perfect. I've got to look attractive. I've got to look just right, but he should love you for you. And I'm not saying that all husbands are bad. That please don't misunderstand me. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what my husband's implying either.
No, husbands, you're doing a great thing. You love your wife. You want to care for her. It's just the best intention sometimes. Maybe the most hurtful thing you could ever do. Not because you're wrong, but because PCOS.
It's wrong. You're not. It's wrong. Husbands, you're not the wrong. The condition is. Just
Exactly.
keep that in mind. And I like the way Justin put it there. It's very difficult. And I mean, a lot of people think, oh, it's just infertility. It's just minor issues like that. She'll get over it. One more painful period. Aren't they all painful? You know, not to the extent of PCOS. My back kills me during mine. I mean, I'm getting to the point where mine are so bad now that I have to take medication for pain when I do have one. Matter of fact, the last one I had was so bad, I wound up going to the doctor for pain because I wasn't sure what was going on. I wound up on 2 rounds of antibiotics for they don't know what, but they wanted to put me on something in case because I was hurting so bad. I'm actually scared of my next period right now. And I know this may seem a little personal to some of you. I apologize about that, but it's just my experience and I don't really want to hold back on anything. And this actually leads into a very, very, very sensitive topic I'm going to get into. And I'm going to warn you, this is very sensitive. This is very personal. I think I could go on a 4-hour rant about what I've been through with this. Pelvic exams. They can be rather painful for someone with PCOS. Parents, be careful. Don't tell your kid a pap smear is not going to hurt. It will if they have PCOS. Now, of course, if you don't know, I get that. If you don't know the child has it, that's beyond your control. I get that, okay? But in my experience with trying to have a pap smear, it hurts like hell. I'm 25 years old, and I still have not been able to have a pap smear.
I gotta just say something here. Parents, I mean, make it clear to you. If you have done or said anything, if it's already happened and it's too late, don't worry.
Agreed.
Just talk to the child and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was this bad. I didn't mean to hurt you. But if anyone, a spouse, a parent, has talked to their, daughter or wife into having a pap smear, talk to them. Because anyone who has or has not had a pap smear, pelvic exam, vaginal exam, any gynecological endeavor, what you need to do is expect the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there expecting to feel a fire. I don't mean to scare you, but it's the best way I can explain it.
And it really is a burning sensation that I have experienced. I mean, everybody's different, but the bottom line is you are going to experience something. Sorry, baby.
No, you're fine. From what I just recently learned about myself, there are 5 different types of PCOS, which means that they probably have 5 different or multiple different kind of ways vaginally that it can, present itself. Yeah. Some women may have no vaginal problems whatsoever, can take a pap smear with mild discomfort, irritation, little pain. But men, parents, don't expect that. Expect even a finger on the pelvis to be an explosion of pain, fire, burning, tearing, ripping, the worst.
That's actually been the situation with me. I can't even tolerate a finger unless it's done a certain way that my significant other knows how to do.
Yes. It's just, you've got to expect the worst. Because then you can help that person. Now, if you have PCOS and are listening to this, let me just tell you something. It's okay. You need to have someone in there that you trust. You cannot go in there alone. Mm-mm. I don't care if you're 25 right now, are single, are sexually active, and you're bouncing around all over town. Sorry. I'm sorry all you out there.
Sorry.
Anyway, I don't care how busy you are out there. You know, if you are 25 or for whatever reason need to have any exam done, a friend, one of your girlfriends, but parents, your significant other, someone that you trust, someone that can make you smile, can make you laugh, can make you forget that the world is, that can make gravity up go down and left go right.
Family if possible. Family or spouse.
Family or spouse, but I'm just thinking to someone that will help them.
Yeah.
Because it's a very traumatic thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Family first, of course. Like, I wouldn't choose, like, if you have two people that can help you like that, family first for sure.
Or spouse.
Or spouse. Family or spouse first.
Which spouse is family, but you get the idea.
Yeah. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. There are going to be tears. But they can get you through it. It's about distracting yourself. And it's not your fault. I'm sorry. There is nothing you can do that can change how your vagina works, how your body feels. Because no one's perfect. I don't care how many people can use whatever creams, air out the vagina, how many people can use, pain relievers, painkillers, pop in, Vitakin or Vatican or whatever it is, Vitacaine.
I think you're right.
The strongest pain meds that knock you out. And eat the right foods, go all natural, 100% over the top. Nothing can prepare you for the pain that is to come. But you'll get through it. Women give birth to children every day. It's not easy. And it's not to be even smiled at. But it is something that you can overcome.
Though it can be very joyous, too. And I acknowledge that.
I just had to say that because from my experience,
No, absolutely. I'm just going by what I've talked with people about, Yeah. He's right. It's sure as hell not easy. Now, I've never experienced it myself, but I know of the fertility struggles that come about with it. So, just some things to be aware of. My first pelvic exam experience was not all that fun. I remember it feeling very, very weird. I don't think it was a pap smear per se. I just remember it feeling weird. I didn't like it. And everybody said that was normal, but I really hated how it turned out. But it gets worse because at the age of 18, they tried to do a pap smear on me. She's like, oh, I might as well, That was not a really good experience. They couldn't even get into me. I was rather embarrassed. I mean, they couldn't even open my cervix or anything. I was actually quite embarrassed. I mean, I felt like I was to blame for it, and I thought if I had just calmed down, maybe it would have worked out better. But years later, I found out it's actually not my fault because with PCOS, a pap is very painful. And I was unaware of this for a long time. Even my last gyno appointment, I walked away crying thinking, that was with my husband. Oh my word, what in the world am I doing wrong? And then I spoke with someone else who has PCOS and they had the same struggle. I might talk about what they did in the next video that I heard can be a help. I honestly, I do not know if it's going to help me. I'm so sensitive. I don't know. And my tolerance is not very good. The littlest bit of discomfort there, I panic. I don't know why, but just being uncomfortable there never feels right to me. Never, ever, ever. I don't know why. But it's just never been something I tolerate very well. Should I put the next one on? It's like at 14 minutes. Yeah, go. So, there's more to come. I just need to upload before I run out of room right in the middle of it, but before I get into my next thing. But I just want to encourage you. The pain is normal.
It's not your fault.
It's not, especially with an exam. The pain is very normal. And don't get discouraged if you get back pain during your periods or even when you're not getting your period, because I have it both times. It's actually bothering me a little bit right now, but not too much, but oh, thank you. He's rubbing it right now. That